Hey guys, thanks for watching. It's officially my first tutorial and I could not be more excited. I love beauty, I love all things having to do with makeup and skin, and I'm really excited to start my channel and share all those passions with you. So I decided to go for a pretty classic look for me for my first tutorial, which is the cat eye and the bold red lip. This is a look that I wear, let's be honest, all the time. But for you, it would be great for a special occasion, it'd be great for pictures, or, you know, rock it on a random Thursday like I do. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy my tutorial. If you have any questions, if there's anything in the future that you want to see as far as beauty looks go, please feel free to comment below. And I'm really excited, so keep watching. Bye. Oh, hey, barefaced Megan. Yep, it's me and my barefaced glory girl. Okay, let's get this party started with MAC's Painterly Paint Pot. This is by far my favorite eye primer. I take this all over my fingertip and push that product in from lash line all the way up to brow bone, really covering everything, because this is what your shadow is going to stick to. This is laying the foundation for your eyes to look flawless all day long. So I take that all over and just really push it in. It matches my skin tone so perfectly. Like I said, by far one of my very favorites. Now onto eyes, we're using the Lorac Pro Palate. This is amazing. Let me tell you, look at 8 matte shadows, 8 shimmer shadows. So you can create millions of looks. So that might be traumatic, maybe not millions, but so many looks. So I'm taking taupe from that palette on my E35 blending brush from Sigma, and I'm just creating my crease. So I take it in that outer V of my eye and then bring it up to the crease area, following kind of my orbital bone there, and just sculpting. You want to be really light-handed and be patient and really buff. That windshield wiper motion will be your BFF if you want to have gorgeous, flawless makeup. So see, I'm just piling more of that taupe in there, back and forth. You want to always use matte shadows in your crease. Shimmer shadows have light reflective properties, and the last thing you want to do is reflect light when you're trying to create a shadow, girl, right? Am I right? Okay. So keep on blending, buff, blend, more taupe, and just keep doing it. When you think you did it enough, girl, do it 2 more times. Okay, taking a big old Stila lid brush and the white and cream colors from the Lorac palette and just putting those all over my lid, sort of being a little sloppy, so I'm just going to go back in with that blender and just smooth everything out so there are no harsh lines whatsoever. Keep on doing it. 2 more times. Yep, okay. Now on to the liner. This is the Maybeline Eye Studio in Blackest Black. This is their gel liner. I am a gel liner girl, 100%. You will very rarely find me using, sorry, cold. I have a cold. I sound terrible. You will very rarely find me using a pencil or anything other than a gel liner. So I used to be the MAC Fluid line. I was their #1 customer. I bought so much of that freaking fluid line. But now I found this Maybeline Eye Studio, and it is such a great dupe, and you can get it at the drugstore. So as you can see, I'm just taking the line as close as I can to my lash line and really just creating a smooth line from the corner of my eye all the way to the outside. I go under there, under the waterline. I'm a freak about seeing any sort of flesh tone. So I know it looks totally crazy, but it is definitely worth it, and I do it every single time I do my eyes. And then to create the perfect cat eye, you just angle that angled brush to however dramatic you want the flip of the tail to be for the cat, and wing that baby out, connect the two. Going in with some mascara now. I really have been liking the Benefit They're Real lately, and with the magic of editing, I now have on falsies as well. So I love the Ardell Wispies. I think they are such a fantastic drugstore, actually just fantastic falsies, period. So I go back over, once I put those on, I take the liner again and I just go back over that line to make sure there's no seam showing, go back in with the mascara, and just really make sure everything looks good. Okay, girlfriend, let's move on to the skin. I have been loving L'Oreal Lumi. I have really dry skin, so I love its luminous finish, and I am super fair, as you can very well see by watching this video. So I am mixing in the lightest shades of the neutral color line, which is N12, which is a color, and N3. So I combine those on my hands and mix them together, and then I'm just taking my Real Techniques Beauty Blending Sponge and pushing that into the skin. Now, this is such a fantastic dupe for the original Beauty Blender. I think this thing is like $5 and the original Beauty Blender is 30 plus. So I am just using this and pushing that into the skin, creating a really flawless finish. And in areas where I feel like I'm a little bit more red or need more coverage, I just go back to that residual foundation I still have on my hand and keep building up. Most foundation is buildable. So if you see an area that still you're not loving, you just go back in and kind of pile that on top. So now it's time to conceal those bags, honey. I am using the Bobbi Brown Color Corrector in Light Bisque. This girl is my friend. I love her. So I just go in very lightly with that, and then I'm going to take MAC's Pro Longwear Concealer in NW20 and create a V under my eye area there just to really brighten it up. I'm also going to do some on my chin, nose, forehead, kind of the high points. And I just really want to create a highlight on my face. I'm not doing anything too crazy. I want to be semi-subtle, which you're probably like, girlfriend, who do you think you are pretending like this is subtle? But for me, this is more subtle. I am not doing the Kardashian craze. I'm just kind of making sure everything looks flawless and bright in the appropriate areas. So buff that out. And then I take my Laura Mercier concealer, Secret Camouflage concealer brush. And just because I have nails and I can't get in all the nooks and crannies that I would like, I just go back in there and make sure everything looks pretty. Now I am using my Laura Mercier translucent loose powder, taking a big old fluffy steel brush. You could use an E40 from Sigma, anything that's sort of smaller and fluffier, and just setting everything. I'm taking the Sigma tapered face brush, F25, and setting again. Like I said, very, very light-handed. And now it's time to bronze, girl. Now this is the Lorac Tantilizer. I will preface this by saying this is a little red. It wears a little red, and I know that, but I can rock it. Like my skin tone, it works for me because I have such pink undertones. But I did originally buy it for my kit, and it did not work with enough skin tones for me to keep it in my kit. So I jacked it for myself, and I love it. So I'm just kind of going along my forehead, the cheek area, and under my chin, anywhere I want to kind of shadow and do a subtle bronze. Now on to highlight. This is MAC's Mineralized Skin Finish in the ever so popular Soft and Gentle. This is probably their most popular within the MSF line because, girl, everyone can wear it. It gives you that gorgeous JLo glow, or I like to think it does. Anyways, now we're on to brows. My brows are pretty good naturally. I am an esthetician, so I take good care of my brows on my own, but I just like to really create a little bit more of a sculpted look than what I would naturally have. So you really want the tail of your brow to be the most precise of anything. You don't want it to look like you have crazy drawn on brows. So I'm just taking a matte color from Bobbi. It's a brown. I can't remember the name of it, so I'll definitely put it in the bottom bar. But I'm just kind of brushing that through in hair-like strokes and creating a more precise tip and a little more blown out towards the center. Now I'm going in with Anastasia's Brow Gel. It's a clear brow gel. It's like hairspray, keeps those unruly brows right in place and just keeps you looking good all day long. Now, as we said before, I don't really like to look natural, so I decided, you know what, girl, you need a little bit more in your crease. And I took my Lorac Pro Palate and went back in with the colors Sable and Espresso on a Laura Mercier tapered blending brush, and then just went back in with that same E35 buff. A lot of times after you apply falsies and, you know, kind of adjust your liner as is, you need to kind of add a little bit more in the crease. So that's just what we're doing here, making sure everything looks good to go. And now those same colors, I'm just putting right under the lash line there, and I don't want to create anything too crazy. We don't need to add a lot of color. I just want to kind of finish off the look with those. So I'm just taking that pencil brush and buffing under my lower lashes. Now it's time to blush, girl. Add some life back into those cheeks. So I'm going to use my GloMinerals palette in Rosebud, and I am going 2 up, 2 down, more than that, 2, 3, 4, 5, who knows. I'm just putting that baby all over the apples of my cheek, buffing it back, and it does look a little intense, especially on camera at first, but I am going to go back in with one of my other fave products. Oh, here we go. It is the pink Mosaic from Laura Mercier. So I like to put this all over. I love me some shimmer, so I like to wear this baby all over year round. I don't even care. I love that glowy skin. I think because I'm so dry, I want to fake it till I make it. But I will warn you, if you are a lot darker than I am, this color can come off a little ashy. So you might need to adjust to one of the different mosaics or shimmer bricks. Now just taking my stippling brush, my bronzer brush, and buffing everything in. Same way that we don't want lines on our eyes, we don't want to have harsh lines on our skin either. We gotta look flawless and like, we woke up like this. Okay, I'm not Beyonce. Anyways, we are moving on to lips. This is one of my faves. This is Vino from MAC, and it's this gorgeous berry wine color. And honestly, this looks fab when you put it all over. You could slap a gloss on here and call it a day. I think this color looks gorgeous with this look. I love the berry tone, but I was feeling red, so I'm going to put a little red on top of it. I just really want to create a base and sculpt out my lips. Since we're going to do a red color, you really want to look flawless with the red. So I'm going in with Kardashian's Khroma in Joystick. The color is Rose Parade, and I'm just putting that baby all over, and voila, the look is complete. If you have any questions, please comment below. Keep watching. Mwah. It's great. I'm especially fair right now. Usually I'm spray tan, so I love to rock this look. Oh, hi, phone. JK.